Met Matt Nanju several years ago. Just really awesome guys as far as giving the information, really making the industry better. They care about the contractors. They care about, really how the whole process works. And then they're very honest as far as when we have a claim, to give us their honest opinion as far as whether or not we want to pursue that or not. And then once they, receive that claim, they really do a great job at following up with the homeowners, making sure that they're representing our company, because at the end of the day, our client is trusting us to put them in touch with the best in the industry.
What's up, guys? We're here, and apparently we're live. If you notice, I changed. Looks like I didn't have a lot of stuff going on here, so looks like we have quite a bit of activity over by the Charlotte area, so we're going to kind of jump right into this here. You see, we got 3 tornado warnings ongoing right now. So we have one storm. This one looks like it is kind of disorganized over by Concord, North Carolina. The most interesting storm, the most eye-popping storm right now is the one heading directly into Charlotte right now. Here's downtown. Here's your storm. Your area of rotation is going to be a little hard, really close by radar site for the Charlotte area. So we're picking this thing up about 4,000 feet right now and seeing this tight of a couple, these two colors. So you got away from the radar toward the radar. That usually means you're probably seeing a very strong rotation. So possible, there's the potential for a tornado right along I-485 heading northeastward towards Charlotte, riding right along Highway 49 heading in this general direction. Yes, there is indeed hail. There has been some hail as well. I think there's some hail right now. So we've had a couple ping pong ball size hail in Gastonia, North Carolina. We had some quarter size hail, I know, over by Spartanburg. I think over by Greer we had close to golf ball size hail as well. And now we got a few storms going on. So the one right now, so you can see the CCs are actually pretty low here. So the one that is actually tornado warned for Charlotte itself that I just talked about, the potential for a tornado. We also have hail falling. You can see the CCs are pretty low. So even though the hail marker has been pretty minimal on this one, it really looks like we have quite a bit more large hail than what the algorithm is saying. And just based off the history of the storm when it impacted Gastonia, it never really got more than saying there was 1 inch of hail falling. So that leads me to believe that we're probably seeing, I want to say, at least $250 size hail. I'm kind of hesitant to say more than maybe up to ping pong ball or golf ball right now. But if there did happen to be any hail close to that golf ball size, it would be along like Highway 160. And this is going to be in the far western reaches of Charlotte, pretty much, or I guess right over 485, just south of I-85. And then this little neighborhood over here, like State Road 1193 and State Road 1184. And this is moving to the northeast generally. So this is tornado warned. There's yes, Louise, where the map is being made currently. You can check it out now. It's going to be obviously updated as this all moves. We're really okay. We got a new tornado warning. I'm a little concerned about the tornado potential on this guy. So hail, I'm saying $250 size right now. We'll see if it gets any larger than that. I'm gonna have to probably find some confirmation on this one. So okay, hang on. I'm trying to rally the troops It's a Saturday evening. I wasn't, usually we have one person on call to handle everything, and I'm trying to get people to kind of assist. Crap, I don't have. All right, well, at least we're getting this stuff mapped. So anyway, right now, you can see this area of really low CCs. So your correlation coefficient's right above my head. That is really showing the potential for that hail. When you see it lower like that, that usually means there's either large quantities of hail falling or very large hail falling. So when you see the greens and blues like that, it means there's bigger hail. A couple other things we look at here. There's definitely some melting going on. So I'm hesitant to say more than just ping pong ball size hail. I may be incorrect with that. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Charlotte's a little challenging. We're a lot higher in Greenville, South Carolina. So it's up there quite a bit in elevation. So how about Greenville, South Carolina? They said large hail. Any info on that? Over by Greenville, I think it was close to Greer, so it'd be probably up by the north side. I haven't looked at the map too much. That was earlier. Nothing now, but I think that up in the Greer area, like northern Greer area, maybe by Travelers Rest, that's likely where you probably had seen that hail. We have another storm ongoing here down in Hickory Grove. This is probably dropping some quarters as well. This is also tornado warned. But again, the most impactful tornado warning is the one that's in Charlotte currently. So I'm going to kind of jump back and forth from hail and the tornado potential. I haven't looked at okay, we got a radar update. Let's see what the velocities are looking like. Okay, it is looking a little more promising than it did a little bit ago. So, all right, yeah, people are in Charlotte here. So your tornado potential right now in Charlotte, it's going to be in this hook right here. You see where the greens and the reds are coming together? Good thing about this, at least at about 4,000 feet up, we don't have a very tight couplet anymore. So before, when you saw right here, you have those bright greens and that green mixing, meeting right here, that meant there was a lot of rotation, a lot of strong rotation with that, the potential for a tornado. It's looking less, it's looking a little less favorable right now. Obviously, there is some rotation, is definitely still warranting being tornado warned. Let me double check. And I don't know if there's anything on the ground right now. Again, we are picking things up high enough up where if I do see a debris ball show up on radar, that's probably not a good sign. That means there's definitely going to be a big tornado going on, because it would be throwing debris up pretty high. But right now, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing anything on the ground. I mean, if you're watching, you're concerned, and you're concerned for your own safety. I mean, the local news, hopefully they have a camera there. I'm here in Oklahoma City. I'm unable to communicate with anyone in Charlotte directly, but south of, so if you're in Charlotte and you're south of Highway 74, you're south of downtown, and on the south side of the city and points east, that's where your concern is going to be. Your chance for that tornado, that risk of a tornado, is going to be in the hook that I'm highlighting right here with my mouse. So I can actually bring up a pen. I can kind of draw a little bit for you. Can make it come up a little easier. So again, we're talking about the tornado potential right now because it is immediate. So where I got highlighted, circled in my yellow, that is where, if any kind of possible tornado is going to be happening, that's where it could happen. I do not think there's anything on the ground currently based on what I'm seeing on radar, and it's continuing to move to the northeast like this. So it's going to stay south of downtown and then head towards Hickory Grove in that general area. Again, expect strong winds with this. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that indicates a current tornado at the moment. So, but that potential is there. It's warranting being a tornado warned. If you are, again, you're on the south side of Charlotte, you're asking what part of Charlotte? South side, south of downtown. So right now, it's right around where Highway 21 and Highway 521 meet. And if you are, again, south of downtown, it's moving generally northeast. So places like Sterling Road, Radcliffe Avenue, south of downtown, State Highway 16, and then eventually over by Highway 74. You're south of any of that, that's your best chance to have that tornado potential. And again, right now, I mean, Charlotte makes it a little difficult with how far away from a radar I am to see strong couplets, but it's looking like. Can you check Concord, North Carolina? Concord, North Carolina is. I do not know if it's down the line a bit here. So, Charlotte itself, Hickory Grove, and then way down the. Oh yeah, so Concord, North Carolina. You guys are in a tornado warning, but I do not see anything. You had a pretty strong couplet before rotation, but it's looking like right now the storm that's heading into Concord at the moment, that is not going to be a tornado. There's no tornado risk, I think, with that one. So we also have a storm down by York, South Carolina, and then here in we could see up to some quarter size hail right now. Okay, all right, I'm getting all Charlotte. Here is a rotation. Yes, there's okay, hang on, guys. I'm getting a bunch of. Okay, it's okay, guys. So, if the storm that's in downtown Charlotte, the one right here in Charlotte, that is your strongest chance of possibly seeing any kind of tornado activity, and it's gonna be in that hook south of downtown, over by Hickory Grove, and that's gonna be. So, if you know like your major highways where you're at. That's going to be south of Highway Route 74. Kind of crosses through the middle of downtown Charlotte, goes off to the southeast, and then goes off to the west. That's your main risk right now. In terms of hail potential, areas to the north, where you're seeing that heavy rain, you could be seeing some hail mixing in with it as well. North side of downtown Charlotte, there's the potential that there could be some up to quarter size hail right now. I'm not convinced that everything is going to be super large in terms of hail size. If you guys are there and you get some hail in there, feel free to give us a heads up if you feel safe to go check it out, see how big that hail size is. Yeah, Independence Boulevard, there you go, thank you. So south of Independence Boulevard is where that tornado potential is. Again, as I'm looking at it here, let's jump back over to the rotation, and it's not really looking like the rotation is indicating anything on the ground right now. I'm not seeing anything else to confirm. Let's see. I'm trying to. Yeah, on the cell for my house. Oh, jeez. That one said right to my house. Okay, so as I'm looking at this right now, I'm analyzing the storm in terms of possible rotation. It's not as of what we're seeing on radar at the moment here. I don't see a tornado being ongoing. I'm looking at it's still just the warning update and it's still radar indicated. That means it has not been confirmed, which is good. And again, this is continuing moving to the east. I did notice here this most recent update. You saw that higher return with the couplet. I'm not positive if that's the actual couplet or if it's a little bit of radar feedback. Again, we're kind of far away from the radar here, so the rotation isn't going to be as crazy as it is. So yeah, I know everybody, you guys are filling up my comments section here with locations. Basically, that's going to be Independence Boulevard. It's moving generally east and to the northeast. So areas next, you got Randolph Road between Sharon Road and I'll go up to here, up to North Docker Ave, all the way over to Independence Boulevard. If it's Eastway Drive down to North Sharon Amity Road. If I'm saying any of these, make sure you get into your safe space, your safe place, your tornado safe place very soon. And then, or right now, and then into Hickory Grove. I would get in your tornado safe place just to be safe here. Get in your basement, what interior room of your house, whatever it happens to be. This thing has a decent, it has rotation with it. Nothing's confirmed on the ground, but that doesn't mean that a tornado could come up pretty quickly. If you are west of I-77, you're in the clear. This storm has passed you. So your Paw Creek, west sides of Charlotte, north sides of Charlotte. If you live north of downtown Charlotte, you do not have to worry about a tornado with this storm. If you are over by Mount Holly, Belmont, Cramerton, Lowell, any of those, Gastonia, no tornado for you to worry about here. And emergency alerts. Where are you at, Matthew? Are you in an area where you might be seeing something? I'm gonna check back with my correlation coefficient. Okay, there is some lower CCs. I hope that's not a debris ball. That doesn't look. Yeah, no, I'm not convinced that there is any sort of tornado on the ground. If anybody has anything going, is North Tyrone. Okay, so again, that chance for that tornado, it's gonna be this guy right here. Your little hook at the end of the storm. That is where that rotation is going to be. That potential to have any kind of tornado with it. Honestly, it's not looking like oh man, we're getting all kinds of stuff. Lake Wylie. Okay, yeah, Lake Wylie, you're fine now. You definitely don't have any tornado potential with the storm that just passed by. And the other storm down to the south here, this does not look like it's going to make a tornado. Looks like the outflow of it has kind of taken over a little bit. Got some strong winds. They reissued the tornado warning. So places down by south side of York and into Rock Hill. Need to watch out. And then, yeah, within, man, okay, that actually looks like a halfway okay couplet. It might just be the inflow for it. So let's see. We just got radar update. Let's see where we're at, where the area of concern is. Again, I'm not seeing. There's still rotation, but I'm not seeing any confirmation of anything currently on the ground at the moment. We'll see. Is Matthews, North Carolina safe? Let me try to remember where Matthews, North Carolina is. Give me a second. I want to say yes. Is it to the east? Sorry, guys. I don't know the Charlotte area super great. My power turned off. Yeah, there's definitely some strong winds with this. Looking at it here, so your area of concern, Independence Boulevard, right along Sharon Road, moving northeast, so North Sharon Amity Road, and then in Hickory Grove, the State Road 2820. Let's throw out some other street names: Central Ave, Glen Street, Eastway Drive, Norland Road. Tarrington Ave. If any of these roads are coming up for where you live, you need to be going. Is North Tryon safe? I'm trying to bring where that's at. If that's at somewhere north of downtown, you need to definitely get in. You don't have to worry about a tornado with that. Okay, down over here by York, possibly some hail with that right now. Again, that tornado warning here in Charlotte, it's warned, it's radar indicated. I'm looking at on radar. There definitely is rotation, but I'm really looking to see North Tryon as a road. I do not know where North Tryon Road is. You got your crazy concern. You can your local news stations, they'll know the roads better than I do. So those are definitely ones to check out as well. Okay, what about Waxhaw, North Carolina? Let's see. Golly, guys are throwing everything at me. Oh yeah, Waxhaw, you're good. Nothing's impacting you right now. They continue. They got a new update on the tornado warning, and we do not have any confirmation of anything on the ground. That's good. Okay, let me. I'm gonna try to bring up on our thing. Google Maps. North Tryon Street. Okay. Oh, okay. I see where it is. Yeah, no, you're fine. No tornado for that road. You're good. That is you are north of the rotation. That is fine. The roads that I'm saying, Independence Boulevard, south of Independence Boulevard. We're pretty much right at Independence Boulevard now, and then pushing to the northeast. North Sharon, Amity Road, Central Ave, State Road 2820. Those are your major roads looking like that. Yeah, that tornado sirens are, yes, the tornado sirens are going on, but you know what? Now, if you live west of downtown Charlotte, you're okay. You're not going to see anything from this particular storm. We have another storm off to the west in York, South Carolina, but it looks like that storm is most likely not going to be dropping any kind of tornadic activity. It's looking like the outflow of the storm, or basically the wind that's going to be wrapping around where a tornado would be, is taking over, and it's cutting off the inflow, which would be to help create lift. So that's going to get cut off and have it push out and away. Strong winds with this in York, but I don't see any imminent tornado threat. And even not, but if you're in Newport or Rock Hill, definitely stay on the lookout with that, as this storm is moving to the south here. In terms of hail, looking for that. Doesn't look like too much hails with this storm, the one that is in York, South Carolina. Jumping back over to the one in Charlotte here. It's now over by Hickory Grove. Rotation's not looking like I'm going to be seeing a tornado out of this thing. I think the tornado warning is going to keep rolling here. Okay, Harrisburg. Oh, man. Okay, the comments aren't staying on the screen long enough. Over here by Hickory Grove in the eastern sides of Charlotte, the rotation is going to be focused over Route 24, Highway 24, and Wall Grove Mint Road, all in capitals for some reason. And that's moving in off to the east. It's pretty much riding right along Route 24 in Hickory Grove and eastern Charlotte. The tornado potential with this, yeah, the sirens are going to go off. It's going to get pretty windy here, but I think that tornado potential with that is coming down pretty fast. The storm is looking a lot less impressive than it did before, so I'm not super concerned about the potential for a tornado. South Tryon Road, you're probably okay. Let's say with hell, 11 renew definitely hit me. Yeah, well, yeah, just let me know, Matt. If it hits. What kind of hail you're getting. The hail size with this right now, I think, is probably pretty low. The one that's in Charlotte, the tornado warning storm, like maybe quarters. I'm willing to bet that this is going to be a lot of much smaller hail with that. Okay, let me jump back over to the velocities, those wind speeds. Can we find that rotation here? Okay, yeah, storm's dying down. Again, if you live west of like Eastway Drive, you're probably fine. Most of the city of Charlotte, from downtown west, that storm is over. Ping pong size hail from the first storm in Mount Holly. Okay, it's actually better than the professional broadcast. Oh, thanks. Thanks, guys. I mean. The television broadcast, they're going to know the street names and the little towns much better than I do. They're local to Charlotte. I am not local to Charlotte. I live in Oklahoma City, and I'm trying to get things going from here. Oh, man, God, you guys are blowing through these comments. This is crazy. So, yeah, over here by York and Newport, this storm, it is tornado warned. However, I believe this tornado threat is much lower. Looks like we're going to be a strong surge of wind. It's definitely going to get super windy within the hook here, but other than that, it's looking unlikely right now for any real chance for a tornado. The hail size is looking pretty small with this one too. I think the storm's starting to kind of die out. So hopefully this one kind of fizzles out, because Fort Mill and Rock Hill are pretty densely populated. Over here, the storm that is still tornado warned, the one I know a lot of you guys are watching and wondering about here in the Charlotte area. Again, this is right along Highway 24 in Hickory Grove. This area right here where my mouse is showing up, that is that is where your strongest chance for rotation is going to be. And then this is pushing off to the east, basically riding right along Highway 24. So that, if you know where that is, Route 24, I don't know what the street name is actually called beyond the number. If you guys know that, wait, no, I can give it to you. Albemarle Road. That's where your strongest rotation chance is, and then it's going to keep moving east. There it is. It's moving east. We got the updated tornado warning. Still just radar indicated. So we've had no confirmation anything has come down the ground. Just the potential is there. So the warning is not a confirmed warning. So the warning is the potential of a tornado is imminent, but it does not mean that there will actually be something on the ground impacting at the moment. Yeah, you're going to see some strong winds, some heavy rains, lots of thunder and lightning, maybe even a little bit of hail. But right now, it does not look like anything is currently on the ground in the Charlotte area. And right now specifically, I don't know if Hickory Grove its own town or if it's just a neighborhood of Charlotte, but it looks like it's that's where it's going. And then this is still pushing pretty much east northeast. It's going to get out of Mecklenburg County in the next 10 minutes or so, and the storm is really starting to not look as good as it did before. So I think it's starting to try to fizzle out a little bit, and that's the storm by Charlotte. And I think the storm over by York and Newport is also kind of doing the same in terms of tornado potential. Definitely still strong winds with it. Wouldn't be surprised to see wind gusts of 60 to 65 miles an hour with this, potentially. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, most of the city Charlotte now, unless it's the Hickory Grove neighborhood or town, and then over by northern sections of Mint Hill, that's where your potential is. That's where the tornado warning is. Otherwise, a lot of Charlotte, you guys are pretty much in the clear here. It looks like this is the other storm in South Carolina, just over the border, over by Newport and Rock Hill. That's not going to cross into the city limits of Charlotte. That's going to probably go towards Marvin at Rock Hill, Fort Mill. Waxhaw, maybe if the storm can survive, it will be there in like half an hour, but right now it's not looking like anything too crazy. Hail wise, I know when we get the tornado warnings in here, I kind of end up getting locked in on the tornado for a bit. But hail wise, moving through Charlotte, I don't think we've gotten any reports in of hail, so I think a lot of this hail potential is likely gonna be around quarters, if that. We did have storms earlier over by Gastonia that had some ping pong balls with it, and then parts of the Spartanburg, Greenville area, Gaffney, all that. That's where you had that hail size a little bit larger. Looking at the overview here, see if any other hail reports came in. See, a lot of these hail reports are from much earlier. Storm by Gastonia, Gaffney, Spartanburg, Greer. That's where hail was, that leading storm that moved through. That was originally tornado warned, and then these subsequent storms that moved through, as I'm just looking at, we haven't had any reports come in of any large hail from that, or tornado winds forming. So right now, let me jump back to the wind speed winds. So this storm to the south, I know it is tornado warned, but as I'm looking at it here, that potential for a tornado is decreasing, I think. Every radar update I'm getting, I'm really starting to kind of, let's see, yeah, tops of the storms. Yeah, this storm's starting to die out on us, I think. So this storm by York and Rock Hill, South Carolina, it's riding right along Highway 5, heading into Rock Hill. There will be a strong gust of wind. However, I think the tornado threat is really starting to go down. Over here, this storm, but that it was going through Charlotte, is starting to look really weird. Again, this weird little horseshoe shape. This thing is definitely starting to also fall apart, much like the other storms that impacted over by Concord and now heading past Mount Pleasant and over by Richfield. Those storms are starting to kind of fall apart. So can't really hear the sirens here in Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Charlotte sirens have been going off for a while now. So are there any wall clouds? I do not have confirmation of any wall clouds with this. Local news, if they got chasers out there, they can tell you that. It's dark. I wouldn't go outside and try to find anything. I mean, I know on the East Coast, you guys are at almost 11 p.m. So Yeah, clouds are moving out. Yeah, so once this storm, the one that is down by York, South Carolina, once this moves through, I think you guys are in the clear, and that's going to pretty much be it for the potential for that tornado threat and for the hail. Hail sizes of these storms I've been moving through a little earlier, I'm really only seeing maybe quarter size hail. We had much bigger hail earlier. It's definitely for here at Hail Trace a 2-star map, maybe a 3-star map. We'll kind of see. We got to get some confirmation with this. Tornado radar. I got that tornado warning updated for the one here in South Carolina, and it is still just radar indicated, which means there's not a tornado ongoing, but that potential is imminent. We like using the making the muffins. So tornado watch is you got all the ingredients for a muffin on a table, and then tornado warning is the muffins are in the oven, and then a confirmed tornado warning is muffins are on the counter. So right now, the potential for a tornado is there. What I'm looking at on radar just currently, I think the potential has definitely gone down quite a bit, and I'm pretty confident that this probably won't end up making a tornado. And then this storm over here is now starting to move. The one that moved through Charlotte, that's now moving out of Mecklenburg County, now moving into Cabarrus County, over by Harrisburg. So far southern sides of Harrisburg, parts of Midland. That's where your tornado warning is moving into now. And this storm is falling apart, guys. So even if continuing along Highway 24, which is, what's the name of the Albemarle Road. If you live kind of close to there, that's where your chances are. Definitely seeing some strong winds, but in terms of that tornado potential, I think this is also going down as well. This storm is starting to kind of fall apart, and we're also getting kind of far from the radar, so I can't see super great in here, but this storm does look like it is falling apart. I think both of these storms are starting to kind of fizzle out on us. The hail potential with them is pretty low. I think either sub-severe hail or almost no hail at all. So I'm going to probably wind things down a little bit. And thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe, like, all that great stuff. Hold on to make sure sirens are actually somewhere. Yeah, power's out. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Man, my YouTube channel is really, you guys are blowing up the page here today. For those of you who missed, we had quite a few storms, up to golf ball size hail. Looks like over by Greer, quarter to half dollar size hail by Spartanburg, by the northeastern sections of Greenville. There was a 2-inch report on the North Carolina South Carolina border up to ping pong ball size hail in Gastonia. Multiple tornado warnings, but no confirmations of any tornadoes that actually happened. So that's good. Strong gusting winds for sure, but I do not think that there was any tornadic activity confirmed, which is, again, we here at Hail Trace, we want the hail, we like the severe weather, but I do not, we don't want big tornadoes, especially in major cities. So it's good to see that it looks like there likely wasn't anything that has touched down, and if there even was, it probably was very, very brief and quite weak. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's see here. We have probably the strongest storm now is moving into Rock Hill, South Carolina, so just over the border, south of Charlotte. Their best chance, their strongest rotation is going to be right along Highway 161 and by Bryant Boulevard, moving generally east-northeast, so places like Highway 274 over by, what's this, India Hook Road, north of, that's also India Hook Road, crap. North of State Route 627. That's where your best chance of that any strong rotation would be, but more likely just very strong winds. So pretty strong wind gusts might knock some power out, lots of thunder and lightning, and then going into the and then that'll pretty much be it. It'll pull away. The hail chance, probably some sub-severe hail happening in the neighborhood or of India Hook, Allison Bluff Trail specifically. You might squeak out a couple quarters with that, but I'm not super. Yeah, no, probably not. It looks like it's sub-severe hail, so like that pocket change hail, that penny to dime size hail. And then I cannot see the rotation now. We have this, we're far away from the radar, so this big purple circle is kind of that big purple circle is definitely blocking seeing the rotation, but looking at the presentation of the storm on radar, it's starting to fall apart. So I think we're kind of winding down on the storm that was in Charlotte itself. I think this one's going to be likely sub-severe fairly soon. That I probably wouldn't keep a tornado warned, at least at the moment. And then that is going through. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah. I'm glad that we were able to help you out. And here in Rock Hill, that tornado warning continues, but it's only radar indicated. I do not think there's anything that would be indicative. Getting a little tired here, guys. I don't think there's anything that indicates a tornado. Just some strong winds within this hook. Keeping an eye on it. Something could spin up quickly. That's why that tornado warning is still going. But I don't think there will be any tornadoes with that. Over by Lake Wylie and southern parts of Charlotte, you're going to see some thunder and lightning and get some rain again. Once this passes, that's going to be it. It's going to be the end of the storms for you guys, as I'm sure it's been kind of a late evening here. So, bruh, it sounds like the gunshots. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, this is starting to kind of fall apart. I know we got tornado warnings still ongoing, but in terms of imminent chance for severe hail or imminent chance for any tornadoes, I'm putting it fairly low. These tornado warnings, I think, will both be allowed to expire and be replaced with severe thunderstorm warnings. So thanks everyone for watching. We're probably going to Salisbury. Was it? Yeah, Salisbury. No, you're good. In Salisbury, Salisbury, I do not think you will see any sort of tornadic activity with this, just some rain. So I think you can relax with that. And now even looking at the storm as it's moving through Rock Hill, this looks like it's falling apart. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad that we didn't end up covering a large tornado moving through. The map, the hail trace map here is available now online, and will continue to be updated with any storms that occur. It looks like we're still seeing some impact reports. We're still seeing some LSR reports coming in. So hail up to 2-inch, I guess, fell on the North Carolina-South Carolina border. The storms that moved through here in Charlotte, I'm guessing were probably at best around quarter size. We haven't seen any reports coming in, and thankfully it looks like no real tornadoes happened. So thanks for tuning in, subscribe, like our page, all that great stuff. Thanks to Merlin Law Group, C3 Group, and Balance Claims for sponsoring. And we will see you guys in the next video. Is there another storm coming through Mecklenburg County? Yeah, the storm is weakening, and it's going to be on the southern sides of that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you at the next video.